I get so many questions about how to clean your car seat properly and effectively. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the do's and don'ts, and then I'm gonna tackle cleaning this car seat step by step. I'm gonna start to become a broken record on this channel because everything that I talk about when it comes to working with your car seat, installing your car seat, harnessing your kiddo, cleaning your car seat, I'm gonna tell you to go back and read the manual because the manual gives us all the specifics of what we're allowed to do and what we're not. And certainly that comes into play with cleaning. We've got to be so careful what we use to clean a car seat so that we don't risk damaging it in any way or impacting its effectiveness in the event of a car crash. So the car seat manufacturer is our guide to this, and the rule book is the manual. Some car seat covers are removable and some are not. Again, it's going to be in your manual if it's not obvious how to do it. Now, I'm actually going to walk you through cleaning this car seat. This was my daughter's car seat for 5+ years. It's rank. You can't smell it, but if you could, you wouldn't want to. We're going to try to address that as well. Here's what I want to know about you. Are you the type of car seat cleaner that you just kind of brush it off and go? Or are you remove the cover if you can, wash it, dry it, let it air dry, depending on what's allowed, and then put it back on? Like, do you do that regularly? I'm in group A. I'm a brush and go. Hence why you're seeing a car seat full of crap that is really dirty and was used for 5 years. Let's start with the don'ts that apply to almost every car seat on the market. Please don't go outside, take your hose and hose this sucker down. Don't pressure wash it, and certainly don't take it and submerge it in water. It can cause the internal pieces, some that you can see and some that you cannot, to rust or even mold or mildew. It can also happen in your vehicle, right? If you put the seat back in the car and it's not completely dry, it could also damage the interior of your vehicle. In terms of products, most commonly you're going to be able to use mild soap and water. Never use bleach, essential oils, vinegar, baking soda, your own homemade concoction, anything that you might research on the internet that says, hey, try this to clean your car seat. I want you to stop, halt, bust out your manual and see what it says. None of that cleaning stuff that's on the market is ever going to be okay to use on your car seat. Remember, this is the device that's going to keep your child safe in the event of a car crash. So what we use on it and how we clean it, it really matters. Never use brushes, abrasive, anything that could damage the harness or the fabric itself. If you're in that group that just kind of likes to brush things off and maybe spot clean, mild soap and water is your best bet here. Most car seat manufacturers allow you to use a combination of mild soap, like Dawn, for example, and water on your car seat to spot clean. If you have a removable cover, I'm going to show you that you need to video yourself taking it off because trust me, getting it back on is a whole different beast. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if you have a machine washable cover and you're in the group that likes to take those suckers off regularly and wash them, make sure you check the requirements for the cycle that it needs to be on. So typically it's on a delicate cycle. And then some allow you to dry it in the dryer and others require you to air dry it. Almost all do not allow you to use fabric softener. I know I've told you 18 times to read your car seat manual to check for cleaning instructions, and I definitely want you to do that. But if you're still a little bit unclear of what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do, head to the manufacturer's website. On their FAQ page, almost every manufacturer has even more details about cleaning do's and don'ts for their seat. I'm gonna attempt to clean this one, and honestly, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to get out or not get out. As I said, I'm a little bit, low maintenance on the cleanliness of the car seats in my car, but I'm going through this process so that, we'll figure it out together. How good can we get this seat to look? And I mean, we've had some potty accidents in this seat, and if you could smell it, yeah, you'd be able to tell. So here we go. We're gonna start with getting all of just the easy stuff out, right? So you've seen all those memes, right? Where you take a car seat and you dump it over and so much stuff is coming out of it. So I'm just gonna get the easy stuff. I actually am gonna take this and I'm gonna dump it. We got a lot of food. Oh, we got some gummies in here. We've got, looks like some Shopkins pieces. We've got a whole lot of goldfish, some veggie straws, a sticker. Okay, here we go. Let's see what kind of fun we get. I love that I'm doing this from a seated position. Oh yeah. Yum. Okay. Just gives me a little, now I'm gonna crunch it into the ground for us, but I can vacuum that up later. All right, I did get like, that actually got, you know, some of the, oh man, it got, got some of the good stuff out. Now I'm gonna take my little handheld vacuum and I'm gonna get the rest off. Ugh. Okay, that's not perfect, but for the sake of your time, we'll keep moving on. Oh, here's a smushed gummy in the seat. Fun. All right. If I were gonna be me and I was just gonna, you know, get the big chunks of stuff out, clean the seat out, vacuum it out, my next step would be to like mildly use the mild cleaner to spot clean the seat. So there really are some very significant stains on the seat from God knows what. Let me show you how I'm gonna do this. So 2 ways that I like to do spot, well, 3 ways really. You can start with just the easiest thing, which is to grab a wipe that is as close to 100% water as possible. And you can just get in there with some elbow grease and see what you can make happen. This seat's pretty far gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of mild detergent. And this is the other way. So you could just take a cup of water, put in a couple, you know, a little bit of Dawn, and use a microfiber cloth. And you know, you're just gonna spend your day here. Just cleaning away. Well, it smells nice, the Dawn does. All right, this is gonna take some serious elbow grease, so that's an option. The other thing that I like to do, just as a third option, if you're gonna spot clean, I like these little spray bottles like this. So sometimes if I like don't have a cup of water with me, maybe I'm cleaning on the go, maybe I would, you know, I could spray some of this on here. I could drop a dot, and then I could give it a go. So those are some options for, you know, easy spot cleaning. Then I would just work with my water. This is cracking me up because this is just so not what I've done with car seats. Again, as you can tell. But for those of you that, oh, it's coming out though. For those of you that love a clean seat and you just wanna spot clean, those are some tips to do it. Now, if we really wanna level up here, this car seat does have a removable cover. And it's not one of those easy, just zip it off or unsnap it. It takes a little bit more work than that. And for you all, I'm gonna do it. I've never removed the cover on this seat before, and I've never had to put it back on. So you're gonna get to see me go through the whole process. For this car seat, this cover is machine washable on a delicate cycle, but you cannot put it in the dryer. So then we will hang to dry, likely in front of a large fan so that it dries a little bit more quickly, because if you are cleaning your car seat and you need to transport your child in it, you obviously need to move this process along a bit. So usually if you put your cover in front of a fan even overnight, it'll be dry by the next morning. So we're gonna do that, and then we will put it back on. So I'm gonna go step by step through the manual and we're gonna see how I do. I've never removed this cover ever in my life. So we're doing it together. Adjust headrest to its highest position. Thankfully, I know how to do that. If you can't get your headrest to its highest position, make sure your harness is loose. There we go. It's all the way up. Okay, unsnap headrest and pull on the fabric to reveal. I'm already scared. Yikes. Ugh. Break a nail. All right. back to my instructions. Already lost the page. Okay, unsnap headrest, pull up on the fabric to reveal to strings unattached. Pull the seat padding away from the harness release button. Unsnap each side of the back padding and pull forward. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. One thing I want to pause and say quickly, we moved this camera in that I'm recording on for myself personally so you all could see it. I highly recommend when you are removing the cover from your car seat that you video yourself doing it, because a lot of the manuals tell you how to get it off, but they don't walk you through the steps to get it back on, and you likely won't remember everything that hooks everywhere. So record yourself taking it off so that you can do it in reverse when it's time to put it back on. And then next up, it says to expose these Velcro straps. Okay. Wow. Oh my. There's like a cobweb in here. Is that normal? Oh man. Maybe I could have done this before. We'll see if I say that when I'm putting it back on. All right, into the washing machine this goes. Okay, so I have to tell you, this cover is pretty clean. Like, I definitely could not have, I mean, it's still got some stains on it and some little stuff, but I never would have been able to get it this clean by just like spot treating it. So let's see how difficult it is to put the cover back on, so I would know if I'm ever gonna do this again. So I just whacked myself in the face with that. So you start by going in reverse of what you did last, and I do have the video of me taking it off so I can follow along. I'm nervous. Hold on. Okay. Who does this with their hair down? No one. Ta-da! Almost. So close. Okay, well, the good news is the seat is much cleaner than it was before, but I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't do this often. If it were me, if this is something that you enjoy doing and getting a sweat session in while you're putting a cover back on, more power to you. But this was for real. I've never taken this cover off and put it back on. So what you saw in this video was, well, you didn't hear the curse words that were under my breath, so you're welcome for that. But it definitely was a little bit harder than, you know, just zipping it on and off. So if machine washability is important to you, or the ease of removing a cover is important to you, it's one of the factors you want to consider when buying a car seat. Let's talk for a second about if you're breathing into a paper bag right now because you've cleaned your seat with something that's unapproved. So you either didn't follow these steps that, you know, are appropriate for your car seat, or you did use an unapproved product like bleach or baking soda or vinegar or essential oils, or you submerged your seat in the pool because you thought that was going to be the best way to get it cleaned. What I want you to do before you panic, just call your car seat manufacturer. Talk through the details with them, see what they have to say. They are going to be your best resource to figure out your next steps. In the future, make sure you reference that car seat manual and then head back to the manufacturer's website's FAQ section if you need even more guidance. And you guys, the car seat manufacturers, they're super helpful. Many of them have great chat lines, or you can obviously call in and talk to them, and they have a ton of resources on their websites. So it really is a resource to use if you need them. Let's talk about how we can avoid this whole process in general, how we can keep our seats as clean as possible. So one of the things that some parents choose to do is not let their children eat in the car seats at all. It is always a choking risk if we have our kids eat in their car seat. If you are going to let them do that, make sure you're picking foods that are less likely to be a choking risk. Obviously, if I didn't let my kiddo eat in her car seat, a lot of that mess would have been contained. If we're talking about bigger messes, like you have a child that gets car sick or is in the potty training stage, then there are a couple of preventative measures to think about. One is you can use smocks like these over, they have to be age appropriate tools, so you decide if your kid is ready for this, but a smock that has like a Velcro strap here to go around their neck. Don't use the ties that come with it, just leave those loose. So you can put this over the top of your kiddo to help with any of that car sickness stuff that could happen. So this is a good option. We'll link them all in the description below so you have them, but just like basic art smocks can be really great for kids who get sick in their seats. You can also use these bags. A lot of times we have kids that know when they're going to get sick, so having these bags on hand can help them to be able to contain the mess as well. If we're in that potty training stage, we do have an entire video here, so check out the video on potty training and what to do to prep your car, your kid, and your car seat for all things potty training. But a couple of things to think about is using things like water pants or a cloth diaper cover can work really well for kids that are potty training. So they're still getting that sensation of going to the bathroom and learning what that feels like, but it's containing the mess in the car seat. Additionally, some car seats have an actual area in the bottom of the seat that you can zip off and remove that can be helpful if your child is potty training, or an insert that you can put in, and you have options of how long you keep it in. Some give you really specific weights at which you have to remove that insert, but for those that are optional, if you have a potty training kiddo or one who gets sick in their seat, you may want to pop that insert back in to contain the mess. Do not add anything that is not approved by your car seat into the car seat to save the mess. Things over top of a tight harness, like a bib, will work well, or things over top of undies as they're learning will also work well. The final thing that we didn't totally address in this car seat is the smell. So my daughter had a ton of accidents in this car seat, and I didn't take any of these preventative measures that I'm encouraging you to take. So we got some pee in here still. A good amount of it came out in this machine wash, but the final thing that we're gonna do is pop this seat out in the sun, because there's nothing like some good old sunshine to make this baby smell fresh and clean. We're gonna let this baby soak in the sun to get any of those lingering smells out that we can, and then that's it. We've done the best we can. Your car seat's always gonna be a little bit dirty. You're never gonna get it back to how it was when you took it out of the box, but for me, this is perfection. Did you find the video helpful? I hope you did. Please click like. I would love it if you would subscribe to our channel and check out all the other videos we have. Like I said, the potty training one might also be really useful for you when it comes to cleaning your car seat. I'll see you in the next one.